Okay, let's jump right in. We're about to talk about a huge technological race that's happening right under our noses. It's a race to protect our entire digital world before a brand new kind of computer comes along and, well, breaks everything. Think about it. Every single day, you're sending messages, moving money, maybe even signing digital contracts. All of that stuff is kept safe by this invisible shield, right? It's called public key cryptography. You can think of it like having two keys, a public one you can give out to anyone, and a private one that only you have. It's a really clever system, and it's basically the secret code that underpins our entire digital lives. But here's the kicker. That invisible shield we all depend on, it's about to face a threat so powerful, it could just shatter it. And if these codes break, the fallout would be, well, absolutely devastating. So what is this big bad threat? Let's meet the villain of our story, the quantum computer. Now, we're not talking about just any quantum computer. The specific thing to worry about is a CRQ, a cryptographically relevant quantum computer. What makes it so dangerous? Well, it's powerful enough to run a very special program, something called Shor's algorithm. And you can think of that algorithm as a master key that can unlock the most popular types of encryption we use today, like RSA and ECC, the very things securing our websites and bank transfers. I know what you're probably thinking. A computer that can break any code, it sounds like something straight out of a movie. So how close are we really? How real is this threat? 50%. Let that sink in for a second. It's a coin flip. But what does that number actually mean? Well, that number isn't just pulled out of thin air. It comes from a 2023 survey of 37 of the world's leading experts. Almost a third of them said there's a 50% chance, or even higher, that a CRQC will exist within just 10 years. So this isn't some far-off sci-fi fantasy. It's a very real possibility, and it's on our horizon. So, okay, the threat is real, but it's not just one big problem. It's actually two separate and very urgent issues. You can think of them as two different clocks, and they are both ticking down, fast. The first clock is what's known as a store now, decrypt later attack. And the scary part is it's already happening. Right now, adversaries are grabbing and hoarding huge amounts of encrypted data. They can't read it yet, but they're betting that as soon as they get their hands on a CRQC, they can unlock all of it. This means any data that needs to stay secret for a long time, think national security info, company secrets, even your private health records, is already at risk. The second clock is just a logistical nightmare. Think about upgrading the core infrastructure of the internet, or all those devices out there that are built to last for decades. It's an incredibly slow and complicated process. The real danger here is that even if we start fixing everything today, we might not finish before the quantum computers arrive. We could literally run out of time. All right, I know, that all sounds pretty bleak. But don't worry, the world's best cryptographers are on the case. So let's shift gears and talk about the solution, a new kind of digital shield. The answer is called post-quantum cryptography, or PQC. These are totally new encryption algorithms built from the ground up to be tough enough to resist attacks from both the computers we have today and the quantum ones of tomorrow. It's the next generation of digital security. So how do we make the switch? We can't just flip a switch overnight. The recommended way forward is what's called a hybrid solution. As you can see, it combines one of our current trusted algorithms with a new PQC algorithm. It's brilliant, really. This way, you're secure no matter what. If someone finds a flaw in the new PQC algorithm, the classic one is still there. If a quantum computer breaks the classic one, the PQC one is already standing guard. You get the best of both worlds. So we have the new shield, but how do we get it deployed everywhere it needs to be? That brings us to the migration roadmap, the actual game plan. Cybersecurity agencies are telling organizations everywhere to start now with these 4 steps. First, analyze your threats. That means making a list of everything you have that uses cryptography. Second, develop a roadmap. Figure out what's most at risk and create a transition plan. Third, plan the migration itself. Prioritize tasks, figure out the budget. And finally, number 4, promote R&D. We have to keep supporting the research that makes all this possible. It's a clear, actionable plan. And this brings us right back to where we started, securing tomorrow today. Look, this isn't about panicking. It's about preparing. It's a massive global effort to protect our digital future, and it has to get going now. So, you might be wondering, who's actually sounding this alarm? Is it just a handful of worried scientists? No, this is not a fringe warning. This message is coming from a huge coalition of cybersecurity agencies and their partners from 18 different EU member states. We're talking about the big ones, the official government bodies in charge of national digital security. When all of them get together and speak with one voice like this, it's a signal that we all need to take this very, very seriously. And so, the race is on. On one side, you have the rapid development of quantum computers, and on the other, this global effort to build and roll out a quantum-resistant shield. The outcome isn't a sure thing. It all depends on whether we can prepare and migrate our systems in time. Which leaves us with one final, huge question. Who's going to win?